City, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running Rebels of UNLV. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. The Rebels will put toe together and we'll get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rams offense will get first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the...
He's going for it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Kaiser. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
That's reeled in. It's Hendricks. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
And the Rams headed quickly to the line. They'll run the quarterback sneak. The sneak scores it.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Magoo. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UNLV Rebels offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Rebels decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Kaiser. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Rams come to the line with a... set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Going right and going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's caught downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Colorado State, 7, UNLV, 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
This is like having an extra running back in their backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They go to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
14, Colorado State, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Now this offense is back on the field. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on! That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Coates. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Rams will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Fires to the tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Rebels. Ready to try the point after.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
UNLV 21, Colorado State 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Wide open spaces. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Trying to punch it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rams.
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Magoo. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding, receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready, break. 3:25.
They'll run it from the gun. He breaks the tackle.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
It'll be 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. By the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Rebels will punt this one away.
4th down.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down from the 40. To the air on first down. Going over the top. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Gets it out fast. Past the 40. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. That's caught. It's McGee. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now here, second and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Oh, they're after him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
It is good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Rams are in the hurry-up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Looking left. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Kaiser. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Rams want to crank the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. It's caught.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter. Get your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Finds a man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Looking for room at the 30.